And today, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid threatening Speaker Boehner. He said, pass the Senate resolution or it is a shutdown. So what will House Republicans do next? Representative Michelle Bachmann joins us. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Greta.
Okay, so it's coming from the Senate. It's headed your way. What's the plan in the House?
Well, the plan is going to be discussed by all the members of the House tomorrow. We'll gather at noon and we'll make our decision. I know that there's a very large contingent in the House that wants to see us defund Obamacare for a year and delay Obamacare for a year. And I think if the truth would be told, there's a lot of Democrats out there who hope that we succeed because it's not ready for prime time, this bill. A lot of people are going to suffer economic misery. We've heard about that. All we want to do is delay this and defund it for a year. We want to get this right. It's not right now, and it only seems to make some common sense to do that.
Okay, suppose you do that. You defund it for a year, delay it for a year, and then you ship it back to the Senate, and it's going to land there like it's going to go over like a lead balloon over there. And the president said that he's not going, he's not going to bargain over defunding Obamacare. So what happens when it gets back to the Senate if that's what happens in the House?
Well, that's their position. They have to do something with it because at a certain point, we have to make a decision. And 17 times since the 1970s, the government has gone through this. It's called brinksmanship and negotiation, and then they finally made a decision. Sometimes you have to get to a crisis point to finally make a decision.
But who's going to blink first? Because
that's the question. That's the question. Right now, Harry Reid thinks that the House Republicans will blink. We're not ready to blink. We're not blinking. We're taking no-dos. Our goal right now is to make sure that we do what we've been told to do and sent to do, and that's get it right with Obamacare.
All right, but if it, I just can't see, unfortunately, I can't see the House Republicans giving in on this or caving, and I can't see the Democrats in the Senate either, because the Democrats in the Senate are as passionate about their position as the House Republicans are.
But the American people want us to do something about this bill. And so it isn't just my way or the highway on either side. We think a big compromise, because remember, the bill that we sent over to the Senate was defunding of Obamacare forever, forever. So what we're saying now is defund Obamacare for a year, completely delay Obamacare for a year, and take a look at that bill over the next year. That's what we're saying. So this is what, I'm not saying that's what the position will be tomorrow. I'm saying that's what a large group within the House believes that we should do. So we'll find out tomorrow what we actually do. But again, Harry Reid and Barack Obama can't just have it their way the whole time. They draw this red line in the sand. The president, as you've heard before, is busy negotiating with Putin. He's negotiating with the president of Tehran. But he won't pick up the phone and call us. We shouldn't be at this crisis point.
Can you call him? Can Speaker Boehner call him?
Of course he can, but the president called Speaker Boehner. Speaker Boehner told us this, that Speaker Boehner was on a trip. He got to Dallas. He picked up his cell phone, and it was the President of the United States. Hi, John. I just want you to know I'm not negotiating. I'm not going to negotiate. This is the way it is. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. President, but that's not what we're hearing from the American people. They want us to do something because people are getting envelopes in the mail today, Greta, and this is serious, where they were paying $333 a month for health insurance. Now they're told they're going to have to pay $965 a month for health insurance. And where are they going to get the scratch? They don't have it.
All right, so we're
not just going to stand by.
So your thinking is that if you have another year, two things can happen from your perspective. One is that you have a chance to change things in the bill, and the other is perhaps get some more wind behind your sails with the American people, that they will dislike Obamacare and that they'll come to your aid. Is that sort of your thinking? Because I'm going to ask you a question from there.
I think it is, because all you have to do is look at what did the head of the DNC, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, say. She said, look, Democrats, we've got to change Obamacare because the American people are turning against it.
All right,
so we have to reform this bill.
Right, so I see.
As a matter of fact, let me add one more thing. President Obama has reformed the bill on his own at least 19 times. And so he's unilaterally changing this bill. So let's not have just the president do it. Let's let some other people in with other ideas.
All right, because I think what would be interesting is what happens on October 1st. Because if on October 1st people go to the exchanges and they decide, well, this isn't so bad after all, or if I like it, you're going to lose the wind behind your sails. If, on the other hand, they go to the exchanges and they say, holy cow, I'm not paying that. That's this is a very important, who's going to get the American people beginning October 1st with the exchanges.
Well, again, I think Ted Cruz is right when he said this isn't about politics. This is about getting it right for the American people. This isn't a small thing. This is every single American is going to be impacted by this bill. This isn't politics.
But I think
this is real life.
I think if the American people think they're getting a good deal on Tuesday, October 1st, if that's October 1st, that helps the president. If they go there on October 1st, discover it's really expensive, that really helps you.
Well, remember, a lot of these exchanges aren't even up and ready. You know, for the federal employees, the exchanges aren't up and ready. For those of us over in Congress, in the state of Oregon,
well,
all across
I don't want to get started there. A lot of people on Capitol Hill don't get the same deal as the American people get. That's sort of a rub with the American people.
Well, remember, we have had 17 times in modern times where we've gotten to this point. So nobody should panic. Government is going to continue to go on. It's no such thing as a shutdown. It's a slowdown. We need to get it right, and we're here to fight. That's what we're saying. We're here to fight, just like Senator Cruz and Senator Lee.
Representative, nice to see you.
Thank you
for joining us. And now to tonight's hot button issue. If there is a government shutdown, senators and members of the House, but not their staffs, will get paid. Now, that's because of the 27th Amendment to the Constitution. It prohibits a varying of pay for House and Senate members. So, should the constitutional provision be changed? Yes or no? Go to GretaWire.com and vote right now in our poll.